Colleen Henderson onto the stage.
Now I'm going to be Colleen Henderson because that's not my last name.
Oh, shoot!
That's okay, no problem. Good evening, everybody. Who are you? So, my name is Colleen Herman, but that's okay. Irrelevant.
He was close.
I did read something today, though, that said that courage, the first definition of courage from way back when was truly sharing the contents of your heart. Cur is the Latin word for heart. So, congratulations to everybody for sharing their stories. So, when I was a little girl, I was completely enthralled and obsessed with the idea of transformation, mostly by the art of creating beauty through hair and makeup transformation. I would be given dolls and I would just transform their hair. I would put makeup all over them and I was just obsessed, even to the point that by the time I was 4 years old I could do my makeup so well my grandma did not believe it was me. She thought my mom was just like a pageant mom, like what the heck are you doing to your child? But I was that good at it. So my obsession was also fostered because my mother owned a beauty salon, so I got to play hooky and go to the salon with her and hang out and learn all the tips and techniques, and I was just really, really great at it. Aside from that, I was also very interested in production work. I was a gymnast, and I just loved to be on production, and I loved to see stage shows. My parents took me to see theater, and I loved the transformation of the two, of the transformation of the character from what they might be in street life to what they were on stage. I was completely enthralled by that. Marry those two passions of mine, and I was able to go to College Conservatory of Music here in town and get my bachelor's in fine art in costume, makeup, and wig design. It was a great experience for me here in town. I was awarded the amazing opportunity right upon graduation to move to Macau, China to work for Cirque du Soleil as one of the lead hair and makeup technicians. Yeah. So, of course, I had networked. I've always been a good networker, and this girl called me and she said, hey, we met 3 years ago. Do you want to move to Macau, China and lead hair and makeup for Cirque du Soleil? And I was 22 and I was like, hell no. And then they told me that I was actually maybe going to get this job, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. So, flying across the world, I did this in 2 weeks' time, and I was really doing a little thinking, and I was like, okay, am I going to be able to do this? And wow, it was quite an experience. So upon arriving, I learned that I was going to have to airbrush body paint aerial duet artists so that their bodies would be completely decorated with an airbrush gun. I got to attach the singer's bird cage literally to her head while she was hoisted above and singing so that she was secure. And on a daily basis, I fireproofed a fire artist's wig so that he could juggle fire. And I was like, oh my God, my job is so serious. But all in all, it was a really beautiful experience to be able to do this phenomenal work. Now, I was thousands of miles away from my family. I had never lived outside of Cincinnati, Ohio before, and I was just really struggling with the distance and what a culture shock living in a Portuguese Vegas in China was, basically. Just that. While I showed up at work every day and I was making these artists absolutely beautiful for their performance, I personally started to notice decreased vitality in my own life. I wasn't speaking to my family and friends the way that I hoped that I could, and I just felt really alone in many ways, even though I was making good experiences over there. While the hair and the makeup was gorgeous of what I was doing externally, I lost a third of my hair. I started to get rashes on my body. I broke out entirely, and I just felt completely imbalanced. I experienced a level of anxiety I had never even imagined was possible. And while I would show up at work and do this day in and day out and try to put on a happy face about this beautiful job that I have, I was really suffering. Just about a year into doing this job, Chicago Rose She was a singer from Chicago. That was her stage name. She came in to get her hair done as usual. I'm doing her hair. It was a beautiful French twist for a song that she sang on stage. And complete mistake, I dropped the curling iron on my wrist and really badly burned myself. Now, while this wasn't an injury that I needed to be rushed to the hospital for or anything, it completely shook me. I had to put everything down. I walked into the bathroom. I was completely in tears, and I couldn't honestly know why I was so upset about burning myself, but I had to look myself in the mirror. I had tears running down my face, and I just thought, I feel the ugliest I've ever been in my life right now. We had a 3-day dark coming up, which means we didn't have shows for 3 days in a row. And my friend Maria, who's one of my best friends to this day, and I decided to go to Thailand. And while we were there, we did everything in our wildest imaginable dreams to recalibrate and get ourselves together. She was also going through a hard time as well. We got Thai yoga massage, we got acupressure, we experienced Reiki energy healing. We went to so many holistic, it was just like the whole experience was completely rejuvenative for ourselves. And it gave me a lot of time to really hash things out and what was going on in my life. I came home from Macau, and I came home to Macau rather, and in that transition, I made a decision. I said, I would rather feel the way I felt in Thailand and do less of this external beauty work. So, packed my bags, came home to the United States. I did an intensive retreat in Sonoma Valley in California, all about inner-outer healing of self. I did do another tour with Cirque du Soleil as I figured things out. I did 2 major intensive yoga trainings. I teach Kundalini yoga here in town now. Yeah. But the point is that I realized that while I was so obsessed with outer beauty, it was more important along the way to take care of myself internally. I've moved home to Cincinnati now. I'm so excited about it. I run a holistic salon and spa in Columbia, Tusculum with my mother, and I still work hard to hone the balance between inner and outer beauty. I'm really excited to brand myself now moving forward by hosting events and retreats about honing inner and outer balance of beauty, because what I've learned through all of this is that beauty is really an inside job. And if I can use my experience to facilitate that, then I'm here for a reason. So, hallelujah. Thank you.